specific products that you're going to bring in to the Philippines?
That's a good question. Well, the specialty of Narada is energy storage. Now we're talking about the range of energy storage that exists, from the batteries that power your technology, your cell technology, to developments with electrical cars, and also in ways of storing green energy that allows it to be produced at whatever rate it happens. Because green energy is dependent a lot on Earth's movements, the sun, the wind, the water. And you can't always capture it all with the right way to store it. Now, Narada provides an endless resource ability to store this green energy. So it's quite exciting.
How did this partnership came about in the first place?
That's a good question. I'm sure that's something everybody is wondering. And it came from Dios Enterprises, Hong Kong, but then it was brought to the attention of IEZ Global, which is a subsidiary of IEZ Technologies here. And they realized that there was a need, and not just a want, but a need for these energy technologies to help people that otherwise sometimes don't even have electricity. So in recognizing that, Narada was invited here by IEZ Global to come and help, because although IEZ Global identified the problem, they didn't necessarily have the answers, experience, or solutions. And when they looked to find out who the expert in this field was, they landed on Narada.
Who contacted first?
IEZ Global made the contact. Yes, they invited them, as I mentioned. They were invited by, otherwise Narada is quite a busy company in several markets. So without it being brought to their attention, maybe it would have been a few years later, hence why IEZ Global is essential in this partnership.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jenny. And so how does Narada plan to reduce the cost of power consumption during the Philippines?
That's a really good question. Everybody always wants to know about the dollars and cents. And really, I can't, and Narada can't promise the cost of energy reduction. It just should be a byproduct of implementing our products, because it allows the green energy to be stored, and the production of green energy not affecting the environment, being cheaper overall, because of the storage capability of the Narada modular units. They can be scaled, so it can start small, and then it can grow as the area grows, or as the power, the storage needs to be increased. So it really opens everything. It really opens everything up in a way that never been possible before.
Who exactly is IEZ Global and Dios Enterprise?
Dios Enterprises is who made this possible. IEZ Global is the local partner that will make sure that the Philippine interests are looked after. Although Narada has an exceptional track record of being a global citizen and balancing corporate benefit with green sustainability, it was IEZ Global that invited them here and is now looking after the interests of the Philippine people and working closely with the government here to see that the projects go to the right places in the right order of operation.
Hi, what do you get out of this partnership?
Well, it's obvious that Narada is already a big company. They're a leader in the field. They're developing all this stuff, but they haven't had many opportunities to come into a developing country and help build the base, the foundation of what can be a green, sustainable program that can benefit this country from now on to the end of time. So it's an exciting opportunity to have something else on the Narada's impressive resume that says, hey, we helped lay the foundation for now what could be one of the leaders in green technology in Southeast Asia 10 years from now. So.
Hi, good afternoon. Why does Narada want to expand their business in the Philippines?
That's a good question, although a bit similar to the last one, but it'll allow me to say, Narada is always looking for opportunities to expand their business because they have an interest in the planet's well-being. And the more people that use their products, the healthier planet we have, because the products do not contribute to CO2 emissions. In fact, it's the opposite. And even the energy that will be produced to be stored in these batteries, they do no harm to the environment and are more cost-effective.
Good afternoon. Is there any specific area of concentration for the start of the upcoming projects?
I believe the first area of concentration will be to help get power to those in the far-flung areas that are particularly off the grid. Because with the Narada systems, you don't need to be on the grid. You can be sustainable off the grid. Instead, once you have a surplus of power, it's very easily connected to the grid. They have proven in a recent project, within 45 days of setting up, they connected to the government grid. And so it really is very adaptable. So the far-flung regions are the first target because they're the ones most in need. And then through that and working, IC Global will see who's next in line, who's the lucky next one that's going to get the attention of Narada.
Mr. Kelso, how affordable are Narada products going to be?
That's a good question. But I think it's safe to say we all know this about China. They make fantastic products at better prices. And Narada's no different. Now, the cost may vary depending on the size of the project, and the cost may vary depending on how much training is needed. But the cost will be a lot lower than any other forms of energy in this country. And we all know what the prices of electricity are like here.
Follow-up question. You said that you want to start this with the off-grid market, but which industry are you really planning to take up? Because right now they only have globe, which is quite big, right? So are you also planning to take up small industries or SMEs?
Well, let me understand the question. You're asking what industry Narada
What
is in?
particular industry are you planning?
Well, we're in the storage of renewable energies, and that's the main industry. And of course, Narada is coming to make an impact on the industry here, which basically doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
So we're excited at the opportunity to come in and, like I said, be part of the foundation of the building, set an example and the right training. So moving forward, it might be other companies that come in, but Narada is going to be the one that gets that boulder moving and starts the environmental revolution, if you will.
I'm sorry, what I mean is your target clients, customers. Because right now, you have only Globe, which is a telco company, right? Are you planning to also partner or work with, like for example, construction companies or other companies?
Well, we might need to employ the services of some construction companies for the installation and such, but very few of that is needed. But the jobs that will be created will come from the maintenance and training on how to use the storage facilities. And our customers will be the people that are able to have access to electricity that currently don't. Once we've stored a surplus of electricity, that will be something we can decide at the time with the guidance of IEZ Global, because they will be directing us and working closely with the Philippine government to make sure things are done properly and fairly. Yes. Thank you for that question.
Thank you for coming to the Philippines. My question now is, are you looking forward to having a partnership with LGUs, especially with the islands that are hard to reach?
Thank you very much for that question, because it's part of why Narada's technology is perfect for this. We're talking about 7,000 plus islands that are affected differently by weather and different, as I've learned recently, storms and such that blow through. And with that, not needing the grid and being able to set up many small storage facilities, this will improve the quality of life of these people. In terms of, like, you think of the hospitals and sick people in those areas, when they experience power loss, it could be life-threatening. It just isn't about keeping your TV or internet plugged in. It's bigger than that. So Narada's modular designs of their energy storage facilities is perfect, because you can put one here as big as you need it. You can put one here, and if that expands, you can add on to it like a Lego. And it's very user-friendly. And no need to buy more than what you need in terms of hardware.
But it's not really replacing the main power, which is electricity. not intended.
It's not intended to replace any service. To do is to provide a new one.
In connection to that question, do you have plans of saturating the whole country to provide better service than the existing providers?
With this question, let me can you translate for Mr. Chen?
Okay, let me understand your question. Do you want to know that how they will provide service in this market? Yes?
To provide the service in the whole country, to saturate it. I mean to saturate the whole market.
Yes, I'm sorry. Forgive the language barrier. Saturated is a complicated word. I had to check. I had to go back into my grade school days to be like saturated everywhere. Got it. No, but that's a good question. Of course, it would be the ideal situation for IEZ Global to have brought in a partner that could expand and bring these green environmental benefits to the entire country. But right now, we're just focusing on what the beginning is, and that's the proper foundation being laid with the guidance of IEZ Global, working closely with the Philippine government. If one day we're able to expand and bring our technologies to everyone, that's part of our mission statement. But it's about being a global citizen for us, and the Philippines is a new opportunity we're excited about.
It's becoming interesting now. Do you have sample product to show, and what is the initial cost in case somebody's interested to get that product?
Okay, that's a good question. Now, what the initial cost is, there's so many varying factors. You can get my contact, and I can get back to you with that information, because I would need to know where it is, how many people need to be serviced. These are all questions that I need to know before there could be an accurate estimation. Now, as far as something to display, I'm not sure if anyone brought any of the batteries here, but you can go online and have a look at what Narada's accomplished and have a look at the different size of batteries and stuff. And then if you follow up with me, then I can get more specific about cost. However, Narada is not just here to sell stuff. They're here to invest up front and use, at some of their own expense to help IEZ Global supply this.
你好，陈总，我是那个世界日报记者，我想中文问个问题，就是说，你为什么为什么选择了我们这次的合作伙伴的 AEC？ 从哪方面考虑？
其实是这样的，就是说，我们选择合作伙伴呢，当然都有不同的考虑。我们觉得把菲律宾作为我们一个全面发展的这样的一个国家的话呢，和我们从总部和一些其他国家发展业务呢是不同的。因为要在一个国家进行深耕细作、做全面的发展的话，必须要有到当地的本土化的这样的合作伙伴来提供相应的这样的一个支持服务以及对于国家文化政策产业的理解，这个是非常重要的。所以呢，要把这样的一个把菲律宾作为一个很重要的发展国家，我们势必要选择一个有实力的，当地对我们这个产业有很深的理解的，并且呢，我们大家可以在这个方面呢去共同发展的一个合作伙伴。所以 IAC 的话呢，就是说致力于在新能源方面，就是在新能源产业方面，在立足于菲律宾发展这块业务。这个呢，也是在过去我们通过很深入的交流了解，我们也相信 IAC 有这个能力和实力去和我们一起共同在菲律宾这样的一个各个地方去发展我们的新能源业务，所以这个是我们的一个考虑。
May we request for a translation, please? choose our partner according to different conditions. We choose our partner here because this partner, they very good on the energy storage and renewable energy developing. They hope and they can contribute to this industry. So when they want to choose them, that means we can developing our technology together and developing the market together. That's it's a general.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Narada, for coming to the Philippines. My question is for Sir Chen. What would be the specific participation of Narada and IEZ Global in making this project possible? What are your participation? What will be the things you will provide to make these things possible for the Philippines?
其实我们以前在菲律宾呢也已经开展过一些业务，主要是为通讯运营商提供产品。但是呢，这次我们双方的合作呢，更加关注在绿色能源方面的这样一个应用。所以呢，就是通过我们这样的一个建立合作的话呢，后边我们还是希望把我们最适合的产品，通过最可能是最快速的一些能落地的一个项目。让大家了解我们产品在绿色能源领域方面的这样的一个应用，开启大家对这个产业的理解。其实我们知道，可再生能源是一个很新兴的产业，大家对这方面的应用呢，可能不是说是特别的熟悉。我们觉得呢，就是说我们最重要的双方合作，要有一个落地的点、落地的项目，让大家更多的去了解这样的一个产品给我们到底带来了什么好处，这个是最重要的。所以呢，我们也希望通过双方的一个紧密的合作，让我们的这样的一个项目尽快落地，让大家真正的去比较一个也就是说绿色能源给我们的经济带来的这样一个好处。谢谢。
Actually, we came to Philippines. Our product came to Philippines from a very long time ago. That is around 8 to 10 years ago. Our product was the batteries that we supply to Globe. That's one gentleman had this question. What we provide to Globe? We provide the battery for the telecom site, a BTS site. In fact, the performance is very good. Until today, we are the major supplier to Globe for the battery. And come to today, we cooperate with our partner here for green energy. That is renewable energy. But it is very much new that majority of the people not very much understand what profit, what benefit it will bring to Philippine friends. So we expect we will have an actual project. It will show everybody. It will be a demonstration that lets everybody understand what will be the benefits this system can give us, can reduce the cost of energy, and can bring us better life.
Thank you very much. Okay, we are now closing the Q&A. I want to ask, please save it for later. We'll ask your questions. Thank you very much to our panel as well.
It seems like everybody has lots of questions, right? After the press conference, you guys can approach me or Mr. Council or Kaylee for more questions after. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Okay, so before we end our short program, allow me to call on the man behind IEZ Global. It is his great vision to bring Narada to the Philippines and work with the government in addressing the issues with power shortage. Friends, allow me to call the Executive Chairman of IEZ Global, Mr. Kitson Ko.
Again, Thank you, Liz. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Thanks for joining us in this very special occasion. The strategic signing partner between the IEC, Dios Enterprise, and Narada. We are all very happy today get it together to introduce Narada to the Philippines. So Narada coming as a global leader in clean energy storage with a proven track record and helping the clients achieve their ultimate goals through innovation that leads to less cost, the cutting, while at the same time being clean and environmentally friendly. Narada's mission is to provide value to its customers, shareholders, employees, and in the society at large. So I'm really looking forward to this partnership working with Narada to making the Philippines the leader in green living within Southeast Asia. So thanks again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kitson Ko, for that wonderful and inspiring message. And now, Mr. Kitson Ko would like to give a toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the future.
To the corporations, to the better life beings.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Don't worry, guys. There are drinks outside if you want to drink. And thirsty, we have more outside. Okay. So there you have it. We have now formally signed the strategic partnership between IEC Global, Dios Enterprise, and Narada. Thank you all for sharing your time with us. Please feel free to hang around and socialize with your and us, of course. And food and drinks are. For those of you who have more questions, please feel free to approach us. Again, thank you